interview.
If they want to come and do it, yeah, sure.
We maybe should do the gold interview right now.
No. Finish the bronze. Everything on bronze.
Okay. So we're not going to get ECOG. I know some other people on the people who joined, but I don't think that's really useful. So do we have people from Edim, and we have... Okay, so I'm going to bring Pronix here. Server group interviewee. Up. So we are bringing...
I don't know how much you can honestly talk about there, because that was just raw chaos.
Yeah, that was...
Good evening.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm going to try and reach FRMD so they can come here.
I can ping them if you want.
Yeah. Tell him to go on the PSP TeamSpeak. I don't think we can have anything on ECOG. I mean, I know some of the guys are here from some certain outfit and they can come, but I don't think that's really relevant for the interview.
Yeah, but how many of ECOG is actually from ECOG?
I mean, there was at least 12 people from some outfits, and I know like Dobliak is from MM, for example. So we have a lot of people from, like, we know who was playing for ECOG.
Saw some names here.
Yeah. Did I contacted someone from FRMD?
I did ping a senior by the row.
No, I told him.
Sure
Yeah, he should be aware. Let's do an interview here, because the real one is the gold match, I think, because it was really interesting, and it was the score, the results. Have you seen it?
I have not watched the gold match yet. No.
Okay,
no, we'll come back to
it tomorrow.
Do we have the NC for
He's joining right now.
Fine, we'll do that first.
We need Cinabro and I think Barfielder.
Let's see if I can add a window capture for TeamSpeak.
Come on, FFRMD.
They are probably getting ready for the lane smash match, so...
Oh, yeah,
I can't stay. We have a match together, yeah.
Okay,
so you have a match quickly. Like coming right now?
45 minutes.
That match. Hello.
There he is.
Hello. We're going to do the interview so that you can get to your lane smash operation, because I will have to cast that match too, but it's not right. Oh, it's in 45 minutes. God.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, FRMD. It was a really interesting match. Obviously, the unknown was ECOG, and apparently some people joined ECOG because since you can join it through a bot, some people were smart enough to join it. So what did you think about that?
Population was 20%, and then all of a sudden they jumped up to equal numbers halfway through.
I noticed that as well. Yeah. First of all, GG, kind of think of a name. You're probably the force commander or whatever for me to decide.
Yeah, same to you. I was force commander, but it really was a equal team that did this, and it was a crazy match. It really was.
It was
fairly fucking insane. ICOG was a wild card. We just couldn't know what was going to happen with ICOG. We actually sent an alt in there, but of course you just don't see what rights you have.
See some Eve level shenanigans here.
We didn't do that. We just thought of ECOG as an unknown variable. We considered, well, we obviously thought that some people will join it, which happened. So, yeah.
Well, you guys are on a short time here, so we'll keep this nice and short, sharp, and sweet. There obviously was the unknown of the ICOG, right? So, but in terms of your game plan when you came into this, presumably you saw each other as the main threat. What was your opening play, and kind of did you have a kind of a plan of how you'd go about it into the mid game?
Well, our opener was air dominance. That kind of fell flat when we were suddenly unable to pull air from the warp gate despite having caution. Some people were able to pull from the map, but not from the console, and vice versa.
Oh.
That was interesting. So suddenly we lost all our vehicle, and we were not really able to pull travel reveals to place beacons and such. At that point, we just were putting out fires and laying fires at the same time. I'm just glad we pulled through.
What about you, Edom?
Opener was basically trying to flip the first two bases as fast as possible, and if ECOG did show up, which they did, try and steal their base, which worked, if I remember correctly, and then just try and pressure Famido while having a couple squads of people ready on ECOG side. We probably should have adjusted in the mid game when ECOG suddenly showed up in full force.
Started being a real nuisance.
Yeah.
Kind of applying
They
pressure.
did.
Because that seemed to me that it was a 1 versus 1, and then it was just this gnawing little rat on your heel, just constantly chewing away at you. It's like, oh, how many people do I have to send now? And like when they were fighting on force, were they always going to like unoccupied bases, and were they always like a squad or two, or like how was that kind of working out for you guys? What did you find?
Some of them were definitely playing together. I'm not sure of all, but I definitely recognize some decent players from live.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask? Did you use any war assets during this event? Because we didn't see that many being used, or didn't feel we saw that many.
We placed 2 or 3, I believe, cloak centers on roofs, which is useful, I guess I can say.
No orbital
Should have
strikes
placed more of them
or
in
citadel
hindsight.
shields or that type of stuff.
We used 1 orbital strike and I think 1 sunny to drop in. I tried remembering.
Was that a war asset? Was that a war asset orbital strike, or was it one from the base? Because we saw at the Golf capture point, the NC had that really annoying little mini base that was taking forever to die, and then it got orbital strike. And we were speculating whether or not that was the constructed orbital strike, or whether or not you war asseted it.
That was the constructed one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, basically what we wanted to achieve was to keep control of the middle, which kind of worked, I guess. Not fully, but a little bit.
Did you know about that little hidden TR base that was close to hotel? That was constantly... No. There was a hotel base. There was a TR had a base close to hotel, and they were constantly router padding into the base. And that's how they're getting in. And we were just wondering if you knew it existed, because it was kind of like the same distance as the Golf NC one. And I was like, well, maybe they should orbital strike this next. But yeah, we were just wondering.
I was personally not aware of this at all. Maybe my squad told me and I just...
ignored or something, yeah.
Well, missed it, but I was not aware of it, so...
How was the...
I was on the map screen most of the time anyways.
How was the air fight and the air ball in this game? We saw a lot of Mag Riders, we saw a lot of Vanguards, but how was the kind of the air game going there at all?
Well, to be fair, we have good pilots in FMD, and of course, as most big outfits, a lot of not so experienced. I'm not quite aware. I know that our air dominance was kind of breaking down once we had the trouble repulling.
I noticed that, yeah.
Most certainly was the issue.
For EDM, we don't have many good pilots. We have a couple decent ones. We knew that we probably could not hold air control, so we didn't gather on it. We tried to contest the air in the beginning with our couple of pilots, with heavily reinforcements from the armor and lots of AA. We did keep air up for most of the match. I'm not sure. Well, they probably annoyed some of your Formido pilots, but we could never really have air control. So,
well, I know you guys. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as a background, maybe it is interesting that our lane smash team works very close together, with Adam being in the same team, so they know each other.
It was a fun match, honestly. We enjoyed it.
So, am I right by saying that in the next like 40 minutes, you guys are going to do this all over again, but this time without ICOG biting at your heels in a one-on-one on a lane smash?
Well, we are fighting in the same team, so we face Voon, I think it is.
Tonight. Okay.
Yes,
all right. Well,
so it was a bit of a warm-up.
Yeah, just a bit of a warm-up of chaos, right? Well, I know you guys got to go prep and do anything. So, I mean, anything you want to say to each other? Anything you want to say to ICOG, who unfortunately can't be here because there isn't like an official representative? I
think it's very ironic that ICOG did a much better job at showing how still flawed in many ways the system is than Wuhan ever could have.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
At the same time, I think it's a fun system. If they keep tweaking it, it can be a good thing. I personally wouldn't want to do another 3 days, 8-hour shift to get us into this again. But if it's shorter, less time consuming, then I'm looking forward to it again.
Awesome. Well,
if it's more balanced within 1%. Yeah, it was a fun match. We learned a lot. We definitely know what to improve and change for the next one if we get in. So.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for playing. And as always, I think there will be a place for feedback from this, because it was pretty chaotic. Different from our gold match, but definitely very chaotic.
Yes.
I encourage you to watch the VOD when you get the opportunity. But I'll let you guys head off and get prepped for your next game, and we look forward to watching that in a short while. So people who are watching the stream right now, you can watch these guys all over again in about 40 minutes. So we look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
I have to say, I have to repulse several ECOG attempts at people who played the match saying they were from ECOG for the interview. But they were really trying to come into the interview.
Well,
But congratulations.
Don't blame me. I'm not the admin here. I'm just some pleb streamer who casts. I can't get you in, bro. Stop They're whispering me on Discord right now. Hey, bro, get me in. Billy Bob Bilson, right?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call you out right now, bro. If you had a question, you ask me in Discord. But otherwise, that's it. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Can and Prawn, welcome for coming,
Right.
and we'll catch you guys later.
I'm
Thanks for having
me
us.
right after, so good luck.
Sweet.
Okay, well.
Okay, let's bring the gold match participants now. Okay, so we have a DNA interview. Okay, someone is bringing them here. There's a server group interviewee here. Let's hope they are going to realize they are being interviewed.
Oh, there's a little bit of right in chat. Let iCork speak.
No, we
Mainstream
will not.
media.
No, we will not.
Hello,
Alright,
Workhorn.
so we
Maelstrom.
have DNA
DNA.
from
How you doing?
BRTD, Maelstrom, and Workhorn from Dig. Congratulations. We are not. I have no contact from Mike, so sadly I'm not sure he's going to come here. But congratulations to Dig. Really impressive match. I have to say, I don't think a lot of people would have called Dig winning, but you did it.
I don't know how. I really don't know how.
It was there was a lot of backstabbing, as always. It's just like BHO's start, and if we can get a representative for them to come along, that'd be great. But their start was terrible. I don't know what happened or what problems they had, but once they started getting the ball rolling, it was like, okay, that's annoying. But it seemed to me, DNA, and you can maybe back this up or not, that they somewhat focused TR, perhaps a little bit more, going for your warp gate base all the time.
Definitely so, and Armor was stuck at D quite a bit of the match.
I have a question for you, DNA. I've seen a lot, probably a solid squad of vehicle from BRTD. Do you think those bodies could have been used as infantry on the points, or do you think it was worth it to have all those people playing with vehicles, at least ground vehicles?
We started that conversation about with 100 points to go.
Barra Mike.
Sorry. And
we started that conversation with around 100 points left in the match. Some of air got on the ground, and let's face it, the air battle between us and Dig was unreal. We knew from the get-go that this was going to be a much more difficult match, and it proved out to be that way. And our hats off to Dig for a fantastic battle. We are not upset in the least. If we were going to lose and not win, you know, our hats would have been off to BHO as well. So we're very gracious losers, and they won, and fair play, man.
Yeah, I think I can't really add anything to that. It was also very fun for us. I think also that it took a lot out of us to set the entire thing up and then learn everything we could from our last match against BRTD from the last Outfit Wars, and just base our tactics on everything we could.
Yes, it was a kind of a revenge for you, because you've lost to BRTD in the silver match last time, and now both of you are in the gold match and have faced each other. And Dig is now in front, so it was. I mean, it's really surprising, and I think a lot of people would have called BRTD ahead, but no. Do you think the whole point of the 1v1v1 system, playing a bit on shifting population on the right front at the right time to get an advantage against maybe double teaming an enemy, did you think you have an advantage in that gameplay or not?
Well, I mean, we focused a lot more, because this happened to us on our game last time, where we lost a point due to a very early beginning, which absolutely screwed us for the whole match on Relic A, I believe, or wherever it was. We focused a lot more on base steals, and that earned us a lot of, well, 3 or 4 bases at least, which I think was enough to push it forward and into the envelope of getting all those points back, and then going for the win. At one point, we basically went, I think it was at about 450 points, we had 4 bases, and we just gone, right, strictly defense, just defend everything, don't attack, let BRTD and BHO duke it amongst themselves, and it kind of worked.
Yeah, the score went back. I mean, BRTD was in the lead for quite some time, and then you went ahead, and it was quite impressive to see. I mean, if you look back at the match, and if you look even at the score, it's probably one of the closest match we've seen so far.
Actually, Maudy, Dig started out with the lead.
Oh yes,
and held
right.
it for quite a good time. Then we went up by 100, and then we were focused, which is fine. We expected that at some point, and it took us a while to get our efforts, back together, regroup, and then start pushing the fight back out. By that time, Dig had recaptured the lead, and we were in serious jeopardy of losing at that point, which we were never able to catch up on those points. Just bottom line.
Okay.
Can I ask, Maelstrom, what was the planning or thought behind the base, the constructed base south of your warp gate, like bang in the middle of the 4 bases you wanted to hold on to?
I wasn't actually force commander at Walker, so I'll pass that to Walker.
Okay, so in general, like we had a dedicated air squad because we knew we had some talented pilots in the outfit, and we could recruit some more to help us out. And essentially that base was just there so our combined arms squad and air squad could just flood vehicles out, no problem. Just if you died, no issue, just grab another one and go.
I mean, last match, as force commander of last match, our biggest pain point was the fact that we didn't have enough Cortium in our silo on the base that we built. So we couldn't pull anything, only one squad can pull it, which hurt us tremendously, but this time we were more on top of it and we had enough, and as Walker said, we could rapidly get those vehicles back in action.
Farah, if you look at the Overwatch caster, Outfit Warcaster on the Discord, the event Jaeger event Discord, you have the statistics from the match, and all the matches you can actually see it. BRTD is in the lead in the kills for the gold match with 2,000 kills. Dig has,
I have no idea where I'm looking.
I'm going to send you the link. It's probably best. I hope you will have it. Here
Stats.
it is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And BHO is not that close to Dig with 500 points.
I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to show that to the stream. Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna copy paste that to chat. Boom. See if that works.
I'm not sure how the other numbers are, if it's vehicle kills or not, but it's quite impressive to see.
Oh, I've been timed out by Planetside Battles chat. I'm posting a link. Well, I tried. Okay. I tell you what, I did see, we saw, unlike the bronze match, we saw a ton of war assets being used. We saw the shield, we saw orbital strikes galore. I think one faction used an orbital strike that wounded the defending faction so the third faction could come in and steal the base. That was the nature of what was going on. It was hilarious. Did you guys, did you use any constructed orbital strikes, or was it 2 orbital strikes in the war assets and then with the third one being constructed?
We had 2 in the bank, and then we constructed 1 and I think 2 Citadel shields as we were going along.
Yeah, we also, we prepared before the match. We built everything we could. We had a full, war assets stack ready to go with orbitals, Citadel shields, and heavy anvils, so we could pull some of these. And then everyone on live was just farming
for you. We talked about this, Matty, before.
Yes.
Farming everything they could and not using any war assets, so that we could just use those war assets in our match.
Wow, that's
I will say it is an unfair advantage, and if the DBG staff can somehow seize income of that during the matches, that would be much more balanced. We did have an unfair advantage there. We basically had, I don't know, I think we had 150 people online at the time.
Well, I don't want to drag on too much, but Malta, did you already ask about opening play?
No, actually.
So what I'm curious is, when you came into this, and this I guess is for Rip and Warcore here, your opening strategy, obviously you don't want to push too much because then you get countered doubly, and that probably worked against your favor, BRTD. But what was your opening plan? Was it to go air heavy, ground heavy, build a base in the middle, dominate 4 bases? What was your game plan going into beginning and mid game for both of you?
I'll let Warcore go first since they won.
All right. Our strategy was essentially go fast, go hard, get 4 bases, and hold. Like, that was everything. We had one squad essentially comprised of the best players we had available, and we sent them towards the BHO side because we knew that that would probably be the easier nut to crack. We had one person in a ESF race towards the point, drop the entire squad on it, and then return to base. Another one gets an ESF and pretty much ready to drop the entire squad on the next base as soon as it's available for cap. And with that, we'd like the other 2 squads were on was like Relic B and Relic G, and then we had our 4 bases, and that's pretty much all we had to hold.
Okay, interesting.
And Rip?
Like, what we really wanted to try in that first, in our opening move, was to do a steal. Like, that was pretty much all it hinged on, is can we get to the point faster than the enemy? Can we get ours flipped faster? Can we get to theirs faster than they can cap it?
And you've managed it against
we talked about that in the beginning as well.
Yes, exactly.
Does VS have an advantage here? Can you help me out? Who has the faster ESF flying upside down at 1,000,000 miles an hour?
Mossy, TR does.
Oh, there
Yes.
you go. And between the VS and the NC?
Reaver.
Oh, okay. Well, today I learned.
What we did was essentially we just had one loadout for the Scythe, which was Racer and just the high capacity tanks. So they could just boost from the warp gate to the base in one go.
Cool. Well, we have coming up a lane smash in half an hour, so we don't want to kind of go on here too long, and chat obviously wants something. Do you want to say anything to each other? Is anything that you're looking forward to next month for the next Outfit Wars? Is there any kind of like final and closing statements you want to say to each other and or our developers?
Best of 3.
Best of 3.
Best of 3 with some third faction kind of being a nuisance.
Yeah, I think from BRTD's perspective, we just want to give our hats off to Dig, and well-deserved win, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I think for us it's also very nice fighting against BRTD if it's on live in Outfit Wars. It's also always very fun, and knowing that you have a very capable enemy against yourself pushes you to do better yourself.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. I look forward to seeing future content with you.
Naughty, Farah, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, thank you very much for casting.
The match was worth casting, I can assure you.
Good, good. I hope it was, for anybody that was watching or listening to this, we hope we provided some enjoyable viewing.
Okay. I'll catch you guys there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. I think we are going to...
Nope. I'm going to regret this. I want you to allow Nalo to come into the channel. He has to be on his best behavior. It'll be fine. Leave it with me.
I have the whole one NPC behind me trying to get me to the interview, and those guys don't want me to troll some.
We're gonna
other guys.
no. Like, leave it with me. It's my responsibility.
It's on you.
It's on me.
All right.
Okay. You have to be on your best behavior here. And you have to be on your absolute best behavior here. Nalo, tell us about ICORG and how you did in the bronze match.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you the whole story, alright?
I'm listening.
So, some of you probably know I'm one RPC. We had a guy in one RPC, Marquez en Bleu, who got invited in ICORG, which is a very closed outfit. You need to be a very good player to get in there. And it seems that ICORG was on the way to get qualified for the Outfit Wars. And we didn't intend to participate. Marquesin wanted to give it a shot maybe. But then we noticed this evening, I just got back from work. I log in on TeamSpeak and my bros tell me that tonight we're going to play the Outfit Wars. So I log on and then we get on Desolation and we see that we have about 80% pop. So the prime plan was to build some Peggy 18 stuff. It was quite boring, so we stopped that and we decided to fight with our full might.
Did you have a preferred faction that you wanted to fight against, or was it just like free for all? Any base that was empty, set up attack.
It was free for all. We did what we could to bother the other teams.
The Joker of the team, a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, maybe we were always aiming to the strongest team. But it was a fun fight. It was a fun fight. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, that's great. I mean, was there even a plan, or is it just kind of like chaotic? Go in, have a bit of fun, and that was it.
It was yeah, quite chaotic. Yeah, we were about 15 on the TeamSpeak, and
can I ask, will ICORG be back next month?
Definitely.
You definitely be back.
We'll be there.
How is the invite bot doing these days? Is it good and strong?
I think he's doing pretty well. We're giving him some nice vegetables to
okay.
Healthy.
Well, like, I'm probably going to get a lot of trouble from PSB for doing this, but thank you for coming. Thank you for behaving, and we'll talk to you later. Okay.
No problems, dude. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
See you. And removing the right.
Well, that was something. I hope you are all entertained. I know you're emailing me typo. Right. Well, anyway. Okay, we'll just turn off that. We'll turn off the TeamSpeak overlay because that's no longer necessary. And hey ho, hey Malty.
Yeah.
Get
Wait
rid of Nalo?
Yeah.
There we go. Fantastic. Well, let's go back to Hairy Beard Me. Hi, Hairy Beard Me. That is the end of my stream. That is the end of this stream. But it's not the end of this PlanetSide Battles 2 stream. Because coming up is a lane smash. I myself am not casting this one. I am casting tomorrow with RCTV. I believe it starts, what, 2000 UTC? I believe that's right.
Let me check, yes.
Yeah, I think that's about right. So we're going to be back then. I think I'm going to be streaming to either my channel or PSP1 because we're experimenting with kind of stream play and squad play. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope chat is slightly placated. Never let it be known that I didn't give you what you kind of wanted. Everyone got spoken to today. Malty, I want to say thank you for kind of casting with me today. It's been fun.
Oh, it was a pleasure. It was another
Gold and bronze matches were hella awesome for two different reasons.
I want that again.
I am stoked at watching what we did today and being awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna head off, and guys, I'm gonna stop the stream. PSP 1 and 2 might be back in 23 minutes. Sure. So go chill, relax, de-stress, get a drink, get something to eat, stop talking about Lister. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it. I don't even know where he is. And we'll catch you soon. Goodbye, everyone.
Yep.